Hi everyone, so I wanted to do a quick video, closing out the 12.5 meta, as we begin to move into OP13 with the Green Zoro deck that I took to 2 regionals. Pretty much this list I was really comfortable and it just fit my playstyle the most. So I'm just gonna run through it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer. But like I said, I want to reiterate, this was the list that I was most comfortable with. So for my list, I was running 12 searchers. So 4 Perona, 4 Hiyori, and then of course the 4 Nami to grab my East Blue package. Nothing more to say. I mean, they're my searchers. I need to find my pieces. That's how I don't gas out. So if not gassing out, I want to make sure I'm able to defend my life, defend my bodies. I was running 12 2Ks. So I got the Hachan, the 4 Old Man, and of course the 4 Tashigis. I just felt like it was nice going into the blue-purple Luffy matchup and any other deck that had, on-demand removal. Just had a chance to kind of blanket cover for the Cavendish and kind of get some value from the restanding of the 2 Dawn every turn if I could keep it alive. Now moving into the meat of the deck, of course, we're running 4 Koshiro. It protects our 5 or low / from being KO'd by effects if you can rest it. We have the 2 Queenas, the 4 Tashigis for our resters to give us a chance to swing into certain bodies. Of course, kind of one of the best cards in the game, Cavendish, being able to play with 2 extended Dawn, which is fantastic. And then of course the 4 Mihawk to kind of block her up, give us some Dawn back, sometimes acting as an 8K or a 10K swinger. Just allowed us to pressure, rip cards off the board, rip cards off in hand, and ultimately some people will still try to swing into it, so it's still acting as a blocker, and countering on an 8K is pretty easy. Alright, so finishing out the deck are the events, running 4 of the best events for Zoro right now. The ability to restand. Without the leader effect, you get your secondary chance because you're not locked out from the 7 or less to swing into more bodies. If your opponent has very low body count because you've been controlling the board, you just get 2 easy swings to the face. You get to rip the counter cards out of their hand, make them play at 1, and even better if you can have them play at 0. Giving ourselves some counter if we end up bricking with our hand. The 0 cost 3K event, just turning some cards into counter was always fantastic. The 1 Dead Man's Game, I felt like 1 was enough. Tend to play it more towards the mid-range. Rest some Dawn, rest some blockers, try to set them behind without a board. E-Luna, right? Any mid-range decks with 7 or less, give myself a chance to catch up. Stun the board. If it hit from life, I gotta kind of slow down their aggression, rest any blockers that they were keeping up. And then finally, the Radio Knife. I thought this was a really nice pick. I did eventually at some point have it at 2, but it was just coming up too often. 1 felt fine, especially with 8 of our searchers being able to hit the Radio Knife. Just gave us another way to rest the body, especially because you would, depending on when you time it, you already got to KO something, and then with the Zoro ability, usually swinging a pretty good number to kind of take 2 to 3 cards out of their hand if they did want to keep that other body alive. Other than that, this was the list out of 12.5. I don't know how it'll look for OP13, but it just came out this Friday, so some testing to go around, and we'll see how the Zoro list ends up, but still feel like Zoro is one of the top 3 in OP13 with Emu and Red Blue Ace. Thanks for watching, guys.